The one thing I've always appreciated about Spider-Man as a superhero is the diversity of different Spider-Men that there are. So many different Spider-Men across the different Spider-Verse. They capitalize on it in different video games, and the fact that you always get a ton of suits to pick from when you play these games. They, of course, capitalize on it in the movies. You know, they literally made Into the Spider-Verse, and that was wildly successful. So, of course, that seems to be a very popular aspect of the superhero known as Spider-Man, and that is definitely one of the points that I like about him the most. Just the diversity of like the backgrounds and the powers and abilities and backstories of all these different Spider-Men. I've always found it to be so cool and interesting. There's such a wide variety. And one game I thought did a really good job of encapsulating just how wide of a variety of different Spider-Men and different suits that Spider-Man has to offer was the PS4 game Marvel's Spider-Man. Now, it's a bit older now, it's been remastered for the PS5, and it's seen its expansions with the Miles Morales story, and I'll be honest, I've never owned a PlayStation console in my life, so I've never actually played the game myself, but I've played a couple of Spider-Man games that are similar, that are available on Xbox consoles. And, I always thought that the whole concept of having access to a wider range of suits and a wide variety of suits always added life to the game. It made me want to play it longer. It wanted me to play it more. I would, swap out the suits and go around just doing whatever. It just added more stuff to do in the game because I felt like I was always doing something new because I was wearing a different suit. So while I've never played Marvel's Spider-Man the game myself, I thought it would be kind of cool to discuss the background and origin of some of the suits that are available in the game. And depending on how successful this series ends up being, I may continue to do more. I may expand more and branch off into more Marvel stuff and just superhero and comic book stuff in general, like DC as well. But yeah, without further ado, let's just hop right into it and cue that intro.
Why do I feel like I linger between the words to say the words to remember?
If we're going to be going over every suit in the game, might as well start with the primary suit for the game itself, the advanced suit. So you get the advanced suit pretty early on in the game. You originally start with the classic suit, but it gets damaged while Peter is fighting, if I remember correctly, William Fisk, who's more commonly known as Kingpin. Now, I remember hearing a lot of people complain, I've heard complaints before, about in the MCU how Spider-Man was basically just a Spider-Man-themed Iron Man, and a lot of people were upset about the fact that every new Spider suit was basically just an Iron Man suit that was Spider-Man themed, how Spider-Man wasn't really his own character, he was just a side character to Iron Man. And while I don't agree with that opinion, I understand the sentiment, and this game makes sure that it does not follow the same, what some people would believe to be a mistake, in that instead of having someone like Tony Stark make this advanced suit, it is designed by a Spider-Man character. At this point he wouldn't be a villain, Doc Ock, Otto Octavius. He designs the suit, and it's clean, and I mean, for what it's worth, it's got drip. It's a modern rendition of a classic suit, it's very classic. It's got the Spider-Man symbol on the front, the red and blue theme with the black webbing. It's a very classic looking suit, what we all know from the comic book Spider-Man and older renditions, but it looks very sleek, very clean, my boy's got drip. And of course, like most every other suit in the game, it comes with a special suit power. The suit power for the advanced suit being Battle Focus. Now, one of the cool things about this suit is that it is 100% exclusive and original to Marvel Spider-Man the game. It is an original suit created by Insomniac Games, where they basically took the old rendition of the suit and tried to modernize it. It gives off that impression just looking at it, but that's exactly what they were going for, so it's good to know that they kind of hit the nail on the head there. After the confrontation with Fisk, Kingpin, Spider-Man goes on to craft this suit and wears it for the majority of the rest of the game. So now that we have the, tidbits out of the way, the kind of overall summary of the suit, how it looks, a bit of its backstory and stuff, some interesting facts, I'll get more in depth into the history. So in one of the earliest missions in the game, Peter's fighting against Kingpin, also known as Wilson Fisk. In this confrontation, he actually ends up getting his suit pretty badly damaged. The suit in the game is known as the Classic Suit, and you can see that it's got some wear and tear after the mission. So he heads to Octavius Industries, because of course Doc Ock is a brilliant genius and has just about everything you could possibly need to repair this, Spider-Man suit, at his beck and call. He's a scientist with great resources and means, so of course, if Peter's going to repair his suit anywhere, it'd be at Octavius Industries. So he takes it there to try to repair it, but unfortunately he gets caught by Doc Ock. Now, luckily for Peter, as Peter wants to keep his secret identity, Otto thinks at first that Peter is just the guy who made Spider-Man's suit. He doesn't think that Peter is actually Spider-Man. So, of course, he slides by on that one, definitely a close one there. But, of course, because he thinks that, Peter is Spider-Man's assistant, he offers to keep his secret safe, and he lets him go about his business. He doesn't make a big stink out of it. He doesn't, go bonkers or anything. He just leaves Peter to fix the suit. So Peter goes back to work, and he's hard at work trying to make sure that his classic suit is in top pristine condition, but poor guy is so tired he ends up falling asleep. So Doc Ock actually ends up helping him out. He sees this and he decides to not only repair the suit, but actually improve on its design and, make it better, make it more, what would be the word? Advanced. So of course Otto does this because he thinks Peter is Spider-Man's assistant, and he wants to help Peter out by making the suit stronger and better and faster, enhancing the suit so that, his quote-unquote boss, Spider-Man, will be protected, will be, able to complete his job without having to fear for his own life. After this, the suit is introduced to Peter through Otto's assistance, and then you're given the advanced suit to have for the rest of the game. It becomes the primary suit for the game, the one that is, the main suit for the game. It's the main suit worn in all the concept art and all the art for the game, the cover art, all the stuff. And of course, the last major role it really plays in the game, so to speak, is that in a twist of fate, after Otto becomes Dr. Octopus, Doc Ock, and he becomes a villain, Peter actually has to create an armored version of the advanced suit in order to defeat him. So basically it's a, like I said, it's a twist of fate. The man who helped create the suit is now being defeated by that very same suit, but on steroids, basically. So there's a lot of cool concept art. I'm probably putting it up on screen right about now. For the original designs they were going through to try to think of what this suit would look like, the advanced suit. And, a lot of the designs actually look pretty cool. Some of the helmets look really cool. Everything is very sleek and pristine. I especially like the fact that they made the spider white instead of black. I think that makes it pop. I think it makes it look more modern. It just has a very cool looking design, and it's definitely... It's not a departure from the classic, but it makes the classic feel so much better, Not to kind of stomp on anyone's nostalgia or anyone's, memories of how great the classic Spider-Man suit looked, and don't get me wrong, you can never go wrong with the classic. The classic looks great too, and I'm sure we'll cover that as well. But this new advanced suit, I think they definitely hit the nail on the head there. I think they got everything they were looking for in this suit, and I think they accomplished everything they were going for. It's a great suit, and I think if any suit had to be the main suit of the game, it would either be the classic for nostalgia factor and the fact that, it's Spider-Man's suit, or it would be this. It's Marvel's Spider-Man's original, exclusive design of the Spider-Man costume, but in a modern world. So the last two things I'll touch up on are the suit power, for those of you who haven't played the game like myself. Some of the suits you get in the game actually come with special powers, which again, I think that is an awesome idea to give each suit a special power, or not each suit, but most of the suits a special power, because not only are you adding longevity and life to the game experience, by giving players, different outfits to collect and unlock and play as, and, you get to see yourself look different ways, and you get to give yourself cool suits, but you're also adding a unique gameplay experience depending on which suit you wear. Now, if I remember correctly, you can actually switch what powers your suit has when you wear it, but still, I think that unlocking suit powers by getting suits, I think that's so cool, and I think it really helps to make each suit feel special. But in any case, the suit power you're granted from the advanced suit is Battle Focus, which basically allows Spider-Man to charge up his focus, which is a mechanic in the game that allows him to perform finisher attacks, which are extremely powerful attacks he can use on his opponents, or he can actually heal. So you can give yourself health, rapid regenerating health, or you can dish out some massive damage with tons of finishers, and basically Battle Focus just allows you to charge this up at a very fast rate. It increases the speed at which you gain focus, and the more focus you have, either the more damage you're going to be able to deal, or the longer you're going to be able to stay in the fight if you choose to heal with it. And yeah, the last thing I really wanted to touch upon was a fun little tidbit about the suit. It's nothing really crazy or anything, but it is worth noting it's quite interesting because I mentioned Into the Spider-Verse earlier. It actually makes an appearance in the Into the Spider-Verse movie. It's only a brief appearance, nobody's actually seen wearing it, but it's in Peter Parker's suit collection. When Miles goes down with Aunt May and Peter B. Parker, when they go down to the basement, you can actually see the advanced suit in the 2018 film. And that's especially funny because, if I remember correctly, they actually released the Into the Spider-Verse Spider-Man suit in the Marvel Spider-Man game, so there was a lot of Spider-Man stuff going on back then. It was very hype back in 2018, so they decided to do a bit of a collaboration. Hey, you guys can use our exclusive suit if we can have yours. And they did a swap, and it's a pretty cool little tidbit. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you liked the video and you want to see more of this type of content, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up with all my content and see when these new videos come out. I'm planning on going over like the classic suit, some of the DLC suits. I'll probably start with some of the stuff that I see is cooler to me, or it might just go in order of how you get them, or in order of how they appear in the display menu. I haven't quite decided yet, but like I said, subscribe if you want to be up to date with all that. Hit the notification bell if you want to see when those videos are going to drop. You can basically get notifications for them and watch the videos as soon as they come out. Leave a comment in the comment section down below about which suit you guys want me to review or give an overview of. If you have anything in particular you'd like me to do an overview of, I'll make that a priority. So yeah, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I guess I'll see you next time. Peace.